late on and had to settle in the end for a draw. Austria, incidentally, will be playing for the bronze medals tomorrow. Poland outplayed Italy for the large part of their next game, but the hosts were typically over-generous and omitted to remember that you do need to score goals yourself to win games. Maria Lungi's goal in the 20th minute was a sublime effort, but it really shouldn't have been enough to secure the win. But it was, and Italy's low block tactics gave them the advantage in the group. Croatia presented Italy with few problems to confirm their semi-final slot. The Swiss finished second in Pool B behind Wales, who they lost to on the opening day, but only by a one-goal deficit. That a Beth Bingham penalty stroke. And a 4-0 win over Lithuania was as expected and set up the clash with the Czechs. The Swiss only needed to avoid defeat, and they did it, just drawing that one by 1 goal apiece. So it's another game with contrasting styles, sometimes effervescent but mercurial Italians against the organised and ultra-efficient Swiss team. Our two captains greeting each other with the two match umpires. The umpires Lies Volta of the Netherlands and Karolina Darkentita from Lithuania. Well, the coin toss now over. The captains return to their respective team lines. Italy playing in the blue strip. Switzerland, the white shirt with a bright red skort and the white socks. And out they come now behind the two match umpires. Weather-wise, probably the best part of the day now to be playing. We've had light rain and a little bit of heavy rain earlier on. Mercifully not during the playing of the match, but during the pre-game warm-up for the second of our games today. Gave the hosts a bit of a dousing. So plenty of energy in the two team groups as they line up in front of our cameras. Divided by the two umpires. And now the crowd will be invited to stand for the playing of the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Italy.
First anthem will be the Italian one. Well, I think that was a draw, wasn't it, between the girls singing and the anthem soundtrack playing. So both sides, Italy and Switzerland, clearly up for this one here. Who will face Wales for the gold and silver medals tomorrow? Will it be Italy, or can the Swiss stop them making it to the final, book themselves a place into the top tier for when these championships are held again in 2 years' time, when London will be the host? Two umpires, Lisa Volta and Karolina Daukentaita from Lithuania, exchange greetings. They go off to their respective ends. Here's the Italian lineup. Italian team with some Argentine overtones in there as well. Sarah Puglisi, number 21, the captain, outstanding player. Sophie Lorito has chipped in some valuable performances, as has number 19 there, Candela Caruso. Maria Lunghi has scored, perhaps for me and for many others, the goal of the tournament so far.
Szanowni Państwo, zanim rozpocznie się półfinałowe starcie Włoszech i Szwajcarek, raz jeszcze proszę wszystkich Państwa o powstanie. Dziś 1 sierpnia, wyjątkowy dzień w kalendarzu, w historii naszego kraju. Szanowni Państwo, 81 lat temu wybuchło Powstanie Warszawskie. Patriotyczny zryw, który zabrał blisko 200 000 ofiar. Punktualnie o godzinie 17, 1 sierpnia 1944 roku polscy patrioci wystąpili przeciwko okupantowi. Wiele ofiar, wiele zniszczeń. To wszystko dotyczy Powstania Warszawskiego.
Nila Pula, number 3. Sophie Stomps has been outstanding. Dunia Harch, seen a lot of the ball as well. Stephanie Weber, the captain there, wears the number 11.
Now commemorate the memory of the participants of the
Now
Warsaw
we're going to have a little delay at the start of this game here, because the sirens are going to be sounding in the area to commemorate the Warsaw Rising during the Second World War.
Dziękuję bardzo. Cześć i chwała bohaterom.
So, an eerie reminder of what for most of us is the past, but also what is for some of our European hockey friends still very much the present. So away we go. Italy in their azure blue tops and the white skirts. Sirens still sounding in the distance. Dazzling little run there by Guadalupe Moras. Italy setting a high tempo right from the very start here. This was a tactic adopted very much by the Welsh in their game against Austria, the game that preceded this, our first semi-final, with the Welsh setting a very fast pace in the early stages, which the Austrians really just had to cling in there. Whether this semi-final can match the intensity and the excitement of the first remains to be seen. But if it comes anywhere close, we'll have had a pretty good day of hockey here. It's the fourth of our games, the last game of the day here. Before 4 more matches tomorrow, including, of course, the 2 medal games. Tomorrow's action here, incidentally, starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, so I want you all in bed early tonight, so you're not going to miss the early start. The hosts of Poland will be involved in that first game, so I'm sure you'll want to watch that one. It'll be Marlena Rybak's 150th, and she'd like you to be at their party. Puglisi, the captain, plays a lovely sliding ball, those soft wrists towards the top of the circle there, just deflected away though by the Swiss. Alien Oviedo. Now Cabot. Sideline ball taken quickly here by Italy. They're a side that thrives on confidence. And so the Swiss will just want to try and keep things cool, calm and collected at the back, particularly in these early stages here. If you've seen the first half of the first game involving Italy when they took on Austria, you wouldn't have expected them to be here playing for a place in the final, I can assure you. Puglisi gets the ball out to the left-hand side now. Good pressing there from Fleury. This is Dunya Hartz with a sideline ball for the Swiss. Cross for the captain, Weber. Brings the ball almost as far as halfway, then sees Granato blocking away and decides that discretion is the better part of valor and retreats. Puglisi throws a high one, nicely taken down in front of that Swiss bench. Sideline ball for Italy. There are some powerful athletes in the Italian team. Physically, they look a lot stronger than the Swiss. Swiss just trying to force that one through. Sanari under pressure, gets the pass away though, back to her captain. They've always got that little angle that they can find with the pass. That's a great ball. Oh! Oh, snapshot there, took a deflection, which took it wide. Italy opening up there with a crackerjack of a shot on reverse stick side. Comfortably the best weather of the day here for this final game of the day. Italy showing eagerness to get the ball back into play here. Also showing great patience. Not easy to use Italian and patience in the same sentence. Sanari. Oh, that's beautifully taken. Well stolen by the Swiss. Sanari throws a good one over the top. And we had two runners going for that there. Little group of Italian supporters sitting just a few seats along from our commentary box here. Watched all the way there by Ursina Fatsis in the Swiss goal. Italy again coming down the right-hand side at speed. Earning a free hit right on the edge of that Swiss circle. Italy conceding the free hits. Looking a little disappointed to see the umpire pointing in that direction, but looked a reasonable call from up here. Most of the attacking intention at the moment coming from the team in blue, Team Italy. Swiss just trying to blow out the storm. Covered wide on the left-hand side. Back into the engine room again. Well intercepted. Swiss coach showing good cricketing skills out there, fielding the ball. Ball strolled in. No one can get on the end of that. The idea was good. Swiss just knocking the ball around, trying to get some confidence into their own game. They've had to soak up some early Italian pressure in the opening exchanges here. We're into the last 2 minutes of this first quarter, which has been largely dominated by the Italians, although they haven't really carved out any clear-cut goal-scoring chances just yet. Strong run from Italy down the right-hand side again. And that's well, it's given us a reverse tick interception there, and so it'll be a penalty corner here for Italy. Viva, the Swiss captain there, penalised. First penalty corner of the game comes with just over 90 seconds left in this first quarter. It's just the breakthrough moment. Oh, she's gone for the lob over the top of the keeper there. Very nearly came off as well. Now the Swiss are on the break here. Into the circle they go. Long corner, the decision. 50 seconds for the Swiss to create something here. Haven't spent much time in their opponent's half of the field, but they've got themselves a late penalty corner here, which evens things up in the penalty corner count column. Can they go ahead on a far more important scoreboard? Well, this is not perhaps the time or the place for anything too overcomplicated or anything too inventive. Whatever they consider to be their best routine, now would be a good time to bring it out to play. Ball fired back in, but no one getting anywhere near that. So both sides have had penalty corners. Neither side have really troubled their opponent with them just yet. And so we reach quarter time here, 0-0 at quarter time. A fair reflection on the game so far. Neither side have really created too many goal-scoring opportunities. One penalty corner apiece, but no goals. So the coaches get together for a short revisit of tactics. Not some fresh instructions, and we move on to bring you the highlights from this, our second semi-final. Italy 0, Switzerland 0 at quarter time. The two sides just going through their last discussions at that first short break. Italy 0, Switzerland 0 at quarter time. In this, in the men's equivalent of this Euro Hockey Championship 2, I can tell you that we're in the dying stage of the game between Italy and Wales in that semi-final. Wales 5 goals up against Italy, so I think we can safely say home and dry in that one. And someone just told me it's been a pretty good day for Welsh hockey so far, and it has. That's come off a Swiss foot, so it'll be a free hit here for Italy, who again starting the second quarter quickly, just as they did the first. Quick tempo certainly suits them. The nature of the two anthems pretty much sums these two up. Italians all about bubble and pace and excitement. The Swiss, far more dignified, perhaps, if that's the right expression, stately almost, a measured anthem. And that's a little bit reflected in the characters of these two nations and the way they approach their hockey. Could be a problem here for the Swiss. Ria Müller. Sent to the sin bin then. Just a couple of minutes off for her. And Italy immediately getting the ball into that Swiss circle and immediately winning themselves a penalty corner, their second of the game. And Müller there sitting out. She won't be enjoying the next few seconds while Italy goes for this penalty corner routine. Italy with a walking paced injection. Shot comes in, keeper stretches well and gets enough on it to push the ball wide. Then sliding out, a little slightly more risky, but equally effective. Long corners to restart here for Italy. That's a good challenge. Swiss coming away with the ball. Chases on. The ball was always the favourite to win that particular race to the line. Clever little dogleg pass down that right-hand side. Bit of a mistrap there. Victoria Cabot has to run all the way back. Sanari. Ilaria Sanari again, plays it square. Swiss sitting off, just waiting for Italy to cross the halfway line, which they now do, but very briefly. Just testing the temperature of the water. Oh, beautifully brought down. Swiss looking to get set to tree ball free down the right-hand side, but well intercepted by Italy. So just starting to strike the ball a little firmer with their passes now. Getting slightly more expansive with them. I've been a little frustrated at all of their hard work in these opening exchanges. Haven't led to anything more than a couple of penalty corners. Apple goes to retrieve the ball. Paulina Apple plays it back into her own half of the field. Makes herself available for a return pass that doesn't come, at least initially, to her. Sideline ball for the Swiss. Bruni. Little mistrap there by Italy, but no harm done. They'll have a sideline ball down near their own team bench. Italy taking it quickly and sucking the Swiss in there. They weren't 5 meters. It's going to be a penalty corner here. Oh, and the Swiss will be kicking themselves if they concede from this one. Unforced error from them.
23. minuta gry, Włochy kontra Szwajcaria, dotąd do bramek, kolejna szansa przed reprezentacją Italii, stały fragment gry, krótki ruch, penalty corner for Italy.
Midway through this second quarter. The umpire just checking on the welfare of the player. It was a mighty strike on the foot. I think the umpires want to have a conversation, possibly about height here. Didn't look particularly high. And the injured player has decided that doesn't fancy the next corner. And goes off in some discomfort. So the umpires having a conversation about what they saw there from their respective vantage points. The injured player is Switzerland's number 20, Elena Trusch. Let's hope she's okay over there. One of the Swiss medics is with her, as is one of the paramedics from the event here. It will be a penalty corner here for Italy. Out it comes. Shot drilled in and wide. Well, it was a powerful enough strike. Nothing wrong with the power. Direction was just a little awry. The umpires decided it took a deflection along the way, so it might have been a little harsh on the striker there. Trusch still receiving treatment over there on the bench. It's certainly a full-blooded strike that struck her. Keeper decides to take no chances and kick clear there. Osina Fassis, the Swiss keeper. Six minutes left in this, the second quarter. Always rather distracting when you see one of your own players taken across to the bench like that in some pain. Just takes a moment or two to get your heads back together again, get back on the right page. I think the Swiss have done that now. Easy to say those sort of things shouldn't enter the mind of a player, but at the end of the day, they're friends, they're colleagues, and they're human beings. This is Weber, Swiss captain. Nicely done. 4.5 minutes left then in the first half, still 0-0. Just as with the first semi-final, very well contested this one. Like the Austrians, the Swiss having to absorb a fair amount of early pressure coming from their opponent. But so far, the Swiss defence has held firm. It's a lovely aerial out to the halfway line now. Italy can make some ground down the right-hand side. The Swiss just holding things up, conceding a free hit close to the baseline and the edge of that circle. That will roll harmlessly over the line. 16-yard restart here for the Swiss. With a free hit, the umpire wants it setting some attempt at least to control the ball. Puglisi looking to a right, picking out a pass that's square. Swiss ringing the changes again. Swiss not really able to get Sophie Stomps into the game too much at the moment. Where's the number 4 shirt? At the moment she's playing sort of the left midfield role. Normally has a great influence. I'm sure, although I wasn't privy, of course, to the Italian team talks ahead of this meeting today, I'm sure the name of Sophie Stomps will have come up on more than one occasion. Player to watch out for amongst the opposition. Nicely taken down there by the tall Dunia Harch. As if to say she'd been listening, Sophie Stomps there just getting herself involved over on that left-hand side, but it comes to nothing this time. We're into the last minute of the first half here. Both sides rather cancelling each other out. Italy will point to the fact they've had far more of the ball. I would probably be keen to point out that they haven't made much of it so far. So far, Swiss organisation cancelling out Italian flair. It looks like we're going to have a goalless first half here. Italy throwing aerial, rather a speculative one. And there is the half-time hooter. So half-time here in Gniezno, Italy 0, Switzerland 0 in this second of our semi-finals. The winner of this will play Wales in tomorrow's grand final, and the loser will contest the bronze medals with Austria. Don't ask me to pick a winner from here. Very little in this one. Stomp's just having a word there with her injured teammate. We're going to take a short break for our half-time. We'll be back, though, with all the highlights from the first half and, of course, all of the second half action. Join us back here in Gniezno in about 5 minutes' time. Well, those highlights there are a pretty fair reflection of what we saw in the first half, with Italy enjoying the lion's share of possession, looking the more likely of the two sides. Remember, in Italy, we're looking at the highest ranked team in this competition. Italy ranked 18th in the world. They've not played at this level since 2019, having won qualification to the higher tier in 21. So we would have expected them perhaps being dominant here, and to a point they have been, but as I said at the outset, they can be mercurial. In the recent Nations Cup in Valch earlier this year, they lost to Czechia in a shootout, so they'll be quite keen to avoid another shootout here, I'm sure. But they have a talented team who play all around Europe. A large number of them playing in Belgium, in the very competitive Belgian league. Puglisi, one of the outstanding players for me, their captain as well, of course, plays in the Netherlands with Oranje Road. They've got players with White Star, with Oray, Royal Victory, Heracles, Mechelse, Racing Club of Brussels, Indiana, and also Carter, who's now playing with the Royal Sociedad Oviedo Ambrea at CD Terrassa. So a widely spread cast here. The coach there,
you stay too long.
Ginolta, Dutch national. He'll be going to Rotterdam, I gather, after this competition here, and perhaps a bit of a summer break. So Italy starting the second half here with a penalty corner. Can they make something of it and get the second half off to the perfect start? Oh, and it's taken a deflection on, and it's taken it past the keeper and high into the net, and Italy have the lead here. It's come from the penalty corner. We'll have to see again on replay what that's come off. Nothing wrong with the first shot, but it was definitely a deflection along the way, which changed both the height and the direction of the ball. So that changes a whole lot of things here, whatever the Swiss decided at half-time. The case has suddenly altered.
Praktycznie pierwsza akcja trzeciej kwarty przynosi pierwszą bramkę w tym spotkaniu. Prowadzenie w półfinale obejmuje Italia. Pierwszą bramkę dla ekipy z południa Europy zdobywa
Victoria Cabot has been credited with the goal. Here it is again. Yes, I think deflections off the defenders. Maybe the defender in front of the goalkeeper. This will give us a clear indication. Yes, that left-sided defender I'm not sure that shot's even going on target until she gets a stick to it. Either way, Italy have the lead. Victoria Cabut will be credited with the goal. Now that really does change the mood music here. Italy with the lead. And Swiss really now need to raise their game. So the second half starting with excitement that the Swiss could have done without. Bormida gets the pass away. Italy suddenly looking half a yard quicker in everything they do. Just a free hit this time. Umpire wants it taking again. I think that was actually taken from inside the circle. Long corner. Bit of a toppy one. Not what was required. Lola Brea giving chase, but had little chance of reaching it. Swiss just need to settle here. Italy eager that they don't. Sophie Stomps leaves the free hit and makes her way down the field. Stomps has been well handled by the Italians. Bit of a marking job being done on her by Victoria Cabut. Italy's free hit, just a metre or so in from the touchline. You can see by the amount of tape on some of the players' bodies here just how busy the physios have been. I'm sitting next to the Italian team manager at dinner last evening, and even she had the physiotherapist tape on her wrist. Quite how you pick up an injury as a manager is beyond me, but she had done. Carrying that clipboard around, I expect. Repetitive strain injury. By just having a fairly protracted conversation here. Puglisi strikes it out to that left-hand side. Oviedo. And for Granato. These are the Argentine overtones I was talking about at the start of the game. A big blast on the whistle. And a penalty corner here for Italy. And again, the Swiss just struggling to get any sort of foothold in the game. Andres Mondo just having a word over in front of the team bench. His instructions to send forward. Always wonder what the instructions are and quite how they're relayed. Well, it's a game of Chinese whispers out there. Swiss taking the free hit very quickly. Oh, what a finish that is. Buried into the bottom corner. And Italy now have a 2-goal lead. Some indifferent defending coming from the Swiss. Just lost their concentration again there. And my goodness, they're being punished. Delfino Granato, the goal scorer. A real goal poacher's effort, that.
Goal scorer for Italy, player number 25, Delfino Granato.
So Delfino Granato adds goal number 2 for Italy. And the Swiss need to find a goal from somewhere here. Still half of this third quarter and the whole of Q4 to come, so time is not so much of a problem, but at the moment mindset and momentum is. Let's watch this goal again here. Well, that's a real goal poacher's instinct there, isn't it? Throwing herself at the ball, and she couldn't have placed it any better. Right in the corner, absolutely no chance of saving that one. It had power and accuracy. Keeper couldn't believe that one had flown in. Great finish. Now, do the Swiss believe this can be turned around? That's something of a rhetorical question in my own mind at the moment. I'm not convinced that they do, you know. They believe it can still be changed. Here come Italy again. They've got their tails up now, that's for sure. They are a side that thrives on confidence. Oh, that's unfortunate to say the least. Yeah, no. Hotchach. Just kicking the ball through there.
Johnny, you come to put Sophie up front, so you know.
Now, who in the Swiss team is going to be the player to stand up and really make an impression on this game? They need a big game player, somebody who can actually decide this game is not over yet. We're going to do something about it and take the rest of the team with it. At the moment, it's feeling a little bit like one of those games that you get from time to time when You know it's an important game, but you play it, you get back to the team hotel and you reflect and think, well, we didn't really do enough. And I'm afraid that's where the Swiss are at the moment. They need to do a lot more than they're doing at the moment. They need to eradicate those unforced errors and work at least as hard and perhaps a little harder than the Italians are working at the moment. That includes matching them for pace and flair. At the start of the program, I posed the question to myself as much as anything else, whether it would be Swiss efficiency that came out on top or whether it would be the pace and flair of the Italians. So far, it's looking as if the Italians are going to win the day. That's better from the Swiss, but a rather tame ending to that move. You can't allow yourself to be bossed around like this in a semi-final. You've got to stand up here and be counted. The Swiss have got well, about 4 minutes of this third quarter and the final quarter to try and change the destiny of the win here. Italy coming forward again. Now Trush down the left-hand side. Trush carries it all the way down. Ball bouncing along the baseline there towards the goalkeeper. Decided she's seen enough of that. Italy just sitting off. Swiss are trying to reverse the ball onto a defender's foot there, but well defended by Italy. Puglisi plays it out to the right-hand side. It's almost a swagger about the Italians when they're ahead like this. Stick check there, it'll be a penalty corner for Italy. A third goal here with just over a minute left in this quarter. Almost certainly be at the end of it as far as Swiss hopes are concerned. 3 goals in a quarter of hockey is not by any means unusual, certainly not unheard of. But on what we've seen in the first 3 quarters, or almost 3 quarters of the game, you have to say it was in the highly unlikely box. Italy get to the top of the circle where it's mistrapped, and they go into reverse gear quite quickly. Now the Swiss want to be chased after. Puglisi just watching that one all the way. Charlene Hesselhaus giving chase, but soon gave up that chase, realizing it was going to be in vain. Last minute of the third quarter. Italy throwing it with some effect. Sideline ball for the Swiss. Half a minute. Nicely taken down. Italy controlling things nicely.
Dai Maria.
Fleury. She's the Italian Lorita. They're just gathering the ball and running away from her. So just 15 minutes left in this one. Italy leading by 2-0. Not yet absolutely certain of a place in the final. But of the two coaches, you can be assured it's the Italian who will be the happier of the two. Because with just 15 minutes left in this one now, Italy lead Switzerland by 2-0. So it's going to be a fiery last quarter, and Switzerland are going to have to throw absolutely everything at the Italians if they're going to turn this one around. We've got some highlights for you to enjoy. So let's get ready for a very competitive final quarter here. And the Swiss are going to start this final quarter with no goalkeeper, so they're going for it from now. And that's got to be the right call in my estimation. We've seen coaches use it in Gnesny before, but often too late. Well, the Swiss have got themselves an early penalty corner. And if we get instant payback for the tactic of playing with the extra outfield player, then congratulations to Switzerland for making the call as early as they have done. Perfect opportunity for them. If you can put a little bit of doubt in the Italians' mind, all of a sudden this game could swing very dramatically. But it all has to start with a goal. Sophie Stomps, the number 4, the likely recipient of this corner. Not a great trap. Ooh, that's a nasty one. Well, it wasn't the routine they were looking for. Elettra Vormida has taken a hefty blow there. Let's hope she's going to be okay. She's getting to her feet, which is a pretty good sign, although a little uncertain. It was a shocking trap again. Ouch. Vormida's teammates are immediately showing concern for her. There's the empty goal, illustrating the fact that the Swiss have pulled their goalkeeper from the action. Ursina Fatsis will join the spectators on the bench. The game will restart with a free hit to Italy at the top of the circle. Applause from around the ground for their departing player there, Elettra Bormida. Let's hope she'll be okay once she had a chance to gather herself. Money changing hands. Well, she might feel a whole lot better in 14.5 minutes if she realizes that she's nailed on for a gold or a silver medal. For the time being, just that dull pain. Weber prompting an Italian attack. So it may be something of a rear guard action for the Italians in this final quarter as Italy find their Swiss opponents coming forward time and time again. Swiss have left one player high down the field. It's the dangerous Maria Lunghi. We already know what she can do. Swiss coming again. Just a free hit this time. Swiss building up the pressure on this Italian circle here. It's going to be one of those blood and guts finales here, I think. Another penalty corner here for the Swiss. It's not been a penalty corner fest at this semi-final, has it? Too many opportunities. Stomps again at the near cast. She needs the ball controlling for her though, otherwise there's nothing she can do with it. This time it is controlled. There's the shot, there's the follow-up, and there's the umpire's whistle. Another penalty corner is the outcome. Italy's runner running a brave line. Guadalupe Moras has drawn the short straw. She's the flyer from the line. That's a brilliant save. Great bit of goalkeeping there. Getting down low to her right-hand side. Top save. And in a tight semi-final, those are invaluable. Another bruise on another ankle. This time Maria Lunghi back helping the defence. Stomps, flashes one across the circle. Keeper comes forward and bats it away. Agostina Dascola in the Italian net. Really smart save from that penalty corner. That's invaluable in the circumstances. And this time she's penalised for deliberately patting the ball over her own baseline. That's fair enough. I think goalkeepers get away with too much sometimes in that area. The Swiss need to put one of these away very soon now, because chances will be few and far between. Things will start to get even more desperate. We've got pretty much 12 minutes still left, so ample time. Oh, and they went looking for a deflection, and routine breaks down. More frustrations then for the Swiss. Kick him Italy up to the halfway line. They've even got physio tape in the colours of the national flag. How about that? Yeah, I think that was looking for a deflection, but it was a pretty wide of where it needed to be. Italy with what has become a fairly rare attack in this last 10 minutes or so. Swiss have enjoyed plenty of possession, plenty of territorial positioning as well, but haven't been able to reward themselves, and they could be punished here because they've rather been suckered into conceding a penalty corner. Tomorrow, Trosh there, can't really believe it. Concentration mixed with a little anxiety. Just over 10 minutes left. Italy's corner. Well, it's becoming a little bit of a painful watch here. This time it's caught the leg of Leo Kim. Brave runner. In fact, it wasn't Kim, it was Paulina Apple. Swiss just having a word there with the umpire. Kim 29 and Paulina Apple 19. Twin runners here. Out it comes. Bit of a bumpy one. And Italy fire it into the back of the net, and that is probably going to be enough to settle this one once and for all. The first penalty corner was blocked. It presented Italy with the opportunity, and they were not going to turn that one down. Fired high into the back of the net. Italy have a third, and the smile on the face of their coach says, I think we've got this one now. And I think he might be right.
Goal scorer for Italy after penalty corner play number 14, Antonella Bruni.
So Italy seemingly now into the final. Never say never, but it's a pretty big ask for the Swiss to come back from this now. Swiss hammering the ball forward, but more in hope than expectation. Adding to her goal tally. Italy have shown themselves here to be, I think, worthy finalists. They've had too much quality for the Swiss today, too much desire as much as anything else. They were the side who've been pushing the envelope pretty much from the first whistle to this point in time. They've not really allowed the Swiss much of a shout at all. One can point to a couple of penalty corner opportunities the Swiss had, and a goal at that stage might have changed things. So it looks very much as the Swiss will be facing Austria tomorrow, with a bronze medal at stake, while Italy and Wales will contest the title and also contest, of course, the gold medals and a rather splendid trophy that goes with them as well. Swiss coming forward bravely again. I suspect they're now well aware of their fate, though, in this game. That third goal, after they'd taken off their goalkeeper, was always going to be impossible to recover from. We talk about risk and reward a lot. Well, when you risk taking off your goalkeeper, you're looking for the reward of a goal by outnumbering your opponents. And the Swiss had a couple of little opportunities, didn't they, with penalty corners. But if you don't take the reward, the risk attached to it is that you concede a penalty corner at the other end, and it's all a little bit too easy for your opponent. Just over 5 minutes then left in this one, the final game of our penultimate day here. 4 more games tomorrow. Tomorrow's final day, incidentally, gets underway at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's Central European time, so I don't want you to oversleep. So do set your alarms, 9 o'clock Central European time. We'll start tomorrow with our 2 Pool C games before the bronze medal game, which gets underway at 13:45 hours, and then the grand final starts here at 4. Poland versus Lithuania will be the 9 o'clock game. That's a big game, actually, because it will be the 150th appearance for the Polish captain, Marlena Rybaka. I know she'd be pleased if you could be watching for that. And wherever you are in the world, if you know Marlena, you'll be cheering her on, I'm sure, in what some think might be a final game, but I don't think that's a thought that's entered her head just yet. And then, of course, Croatia taking on Czechia in the second of those Pool C matches. Green card coming out here, so Italy are going to lose a player for a couple of minutes. I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference at this stage. Federica Carter making her way across there to the sin bin. Ball bouncing around. Umpire trying to get a view of it, and with a little help from a colleague, she points the penalty corner, coming off the foot there of the Italian skipper, who may well protest on the way back, but I'm afraid she was caught bang to rights there. Sarah Buglisi putting on the face mask. A goal now for the Swiss would lift their spirits, and maybe too little too late. It'll certainly give them a little bit of lift before they get back to the team hotel tonight. They have thrown everything at it in this final quarter. Again, it wasn't the best of routines, but tired looking bit of defensive work there from Italy, so it'll be another penalty corner. Rather lazy challenge. Andres Mondo there with his hands on his head. He must know that his team are over the line here in the final. Well, the penalty corner count's going up for the Swiss here, but sadly not the goal tally, which remains stubbornly fixed on 0. Italian's defenders still getting rid of all that protective equipment. Italy playing a little bit by memory here, but coming forward because they know it's the right thing to do. Stomps, drills one in, looking for deflection in front of goal. Very nearly works as well. Italy have got the numbers back. Two minutes. Just feel the Italian team just waiting to explode into a noisy and joyful celebration at the end of this one. Will allow them a little bit of a celebration, but at some point they're going to need to get back onto the team bus and start preparing for a grand final and a gold medal game tomorrow. The place in that final also means promotion to the top tier, the A division, for the next edition of the Euro Hockey Championships. to be held in London. This year we're in Mönchengladbach, starting well, just over a week away now. I hope you're looking forward to that just as much as I am. Always a wonderful spectacle, such as the strength of international hockey in Europe at the moment. It could be an absolute feast of top quality hockey. We've also got some of the game's top umpires involved in it. So what is there not to like about that combination? Great players, great umpires, and you add to that a really great venue as well, and German hospitality. If you like a beer and a sausage, it's going to be the place to be. We're into the last 20 seconds or so now. Italy almost ready to explode. And I fear the final whistle will be the dawn of reality as far as the Swiss are concerned, and they'll be very, very disappointed having reached this semi-final. They wanted to take the extra step, but there you have it. There is the final hooter, and it is Italy who go on to play Wales tomorrow in what should be a fabulous final. And what we've seen here in Gniezno, they are the two best teams here, and they've reached the final. The cream has indeed risen to the top here. Italy winning their semi-final by 3-0. It was closer perhaps than the scoreline might suggest, but Italy got the control of the game early on and never really took their foot off the gas. Took their goal-scoring opportunities. 3 goals from Cabut from penalty corner. Delfina Granato with a real goal poacher's goal, and Lola Brea late on after Switzerland had taken off their goalkeeper, putting some gloss on the scoreline and just rubbing in the salt into the wound of the Swiss. The Swiss need to pick themselves up and come back here again tomorrow and compete with Austria for the bronze medals. And I've no doubt they'll be back. So there's the statistics of the game for you there. And there's a very, very jubilant Italian team bouncing up and down. As well they might. So they'll be allowed a short moment to celebrate a semi-final victory. And then they'll be back to preparing for the final. Time we brought you the highlights of this, our second semi-final, Italy against Switzerland. And so our second semi-final saw Italy battling with Switzerland for the right to play Wales in the grand final on the final day here tomorrow. Italy were quickly out of the traps and came forward looking to get an early goal, an early grip on the game. Fatsis in the Swiss goal had to be on her mettle. Swiss continue to struggle with their penalty corner routines. Not the only team here, it has to be said, in Gniezno to have difficulty in that particular department. Great save there by Fatsis down to her right. Italy guilty there of firing wide of target, so that opportunity went away. And then we got the opening goal, Victoria Cabut's shot, taking deflection off a defender. Was the initial shot going in? Well, maybe not, but the deflection certainly gave the keeper no chance at all. So first blood there to Italy. And then a wonderful bit of goal scoring, goal poaching almost there from Delfina Granati, throwing herself at the ball and getting good contact on it and burying it into that bottom corner. Stunning goal. And Fatsis in that Swiss goal could only admire it. That was past it in a flash. Great reactions there from Granato. Well, the Swiss had to throw everything forward. Italy picked up some knocks in bravely defending their goal. Swiss came knocking at the door. But the Italians were not prepared to open it even by an inch. So at the end of the day, it was a very happy Italian team, and the contrast emotions there clearly illustrated for you. Italy more than happy to pose for photographs. I think the Swiss would like the cameras to be somewhere else. So congratulations to Italy. They've set up a final with Wales on our final day here tomorrow, and it promises to be a great game between the two sides who, in my opinion, have produced the goods on a more consistent basis than the rest here in Gniezno. Well, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you very much for your company throughout the week to this point. Just one more day to go. And remember, we get underway tomorrow with that 9 o'clock start. So please don't get caught out. And I don't want to see you in your pajamas either. So there's confirmation of tomorrow's program. Poland against Lithuania at 9 o'clock in the morning. Then it's Czechia taking on Croatia. That's 11:15. That's the last of the Pool C games. Austria against the Swiss at 13:45 hours will contest the bronze medals. Then the grand final, Wales against Italy, gets underway here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you very much for your company today. Let's do it all again tomorrow. Goodbye from Gniezno for now.